Hi there, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to our channel. Now, in this video, I'm going to showcase how you can create dashboards with the KQL. And this will be a typical Azure dashboard, which will only be available on portal.azure.com. Now, fundamentally speaking, you can choose any service to create a dashboard. Okay, now when I say any service, what do I mean by this? Either you can use Log Analytics Workspace Console or you can use Microsoft Sentinel. You can choose any of these consoles to just run a query. Okay, now let's get started. Let's assume that there are a couple of requirements for which I need a specific graph, and then I will use that graph in my dashboard so that the query run automatically and I get some results. Okay, now in this case, let's get started by sign in logs itself, wherein I'm saying where time generated is greater than equal to, let's say, past 30 days. And here I just want to summarize count by user display name or principal name and app display name. Okay, so what you see here is basically some data. Now assume you want a graph for this particular data. So I will choose render, let's say, area chart. Okay, now assume this is my graph which I want to see in the Azure dashboard section. Okay, now fundamentally all you have to do is you have to just click on this option which says pin to Azure dashboard. Now the moment I'll do this, it will give me two options, whether I'm going to choose any existing one or I have to create a new one. Okay, so let's say I create new and I say shared, and here I'm saying dashboard name as user sign in attempts. Okay, now here I can choose a subscription when this dashboard will be saved and a specific location. Let's say, let's keep the default one itself, and I will say create and pin. That's all I have to do. Now this result that we see over here will be added as an entry in my dashboard. Okay, now let me just open a new session altogether, and here we'll go ahead and click on my dashboards, and here I will click on this drop down, and now I'm getting this option of user sign in attempts. Now the moment I'll click on this, you can see I am getting my first panel. Okay, and here if you want, you can actually change the size, and then you can click on save, and that's it. This is your new dashboard with one specific graph. Now here, if you want, you can customize the layout of this particular dashboard. Okay, I can click on this option which says configure tile setting. So what is this tile about? It is about user sign in attempts. Okay, let's say user sign in attempt, and from where this data is coming, let's say Microsoft enter ID, and I can just click on apply, and you can see user sign in attempt Microsoft enter ID. Now here I can just click on save. So this will be my new layout. Now fundamentally, when it comes to creating dashboards, it's not just one query that you will work upon, right? Now let's say I want to know how many applications are accessing Microsoft Graph, right? So here I can say summarize count by app ID, or let's say if there is anything which is showing me the name. Okay, there is no field for name, so I'll say app ID, and I will run this, and I will say summarize count. Sorry, here I will say render, let's say column chart, any chart I can choose. Okay, so here you can see I'm getting another graph. Now here again, I will go and click on this option, and I will say pin to Azure dashboard, and this time I will choose the one which I have already created, which is user sign in attempt, and I can click on pin. Now once this pin process is completed, I can just refresh my dashboard, and you can see I'm getting another section here. Okay, so creating dashboard is actually very simple when it comes to Log Analytics Workspace Console, or let's say Microsoft Sentinel Console. These two examples I've shown you from Sentinel. Let's say you just want to know what is the usage. Okay, now this is again very custom requirement. You can have n number of different scenarios, but here my intent is to show you how easy it is to create dashboard. So here I can say, let's say summarize, and this will be sum, and sum has to be by, let's say, quantity and by data type, and I will run this. And here I can also say where time generated is greater than equal to, let's say, ago 7 days. Okay, and then I can render, let's say, time chart. Okay, So now you can see it shows me what is the data ingestion for different tables in the form of time chart. And let's just do something. Let's add one more filter here to get slightly better graph. And I can say time generated as minute by, let's say, 1 day. Okay. So now if I do render time chart, I will get much more efficient results. Okay. Or I can also choose some other chart, let's say column chart. Okay. Now you can see for each one, I'm getting different value. And again, I can just go here and click on this option of pin to Azure dashboard. I'll again select shared user sign in attempt pin. So basically you can have multiple different kind of, let's say, charts or graphs added to one single dashboard, which is this one, which we have just created. And let's say you want to share this with someone. Okay. There could be scenarios wherein you want to share this with someone. And in this case, it's actually very easy. Okay. Let me just bring this here first and then show you. Okay. So now you can see I'm getting these three different sections of three different queries fundamentally. Now here, if you want, I can just download this particular file or this particular dashboard, and this will be a JSON file. Okay. So now let's say if I show you this particular JSON file, and I think it's downloaded. So I'll switch to my machine, and this is that JSON file. And let me just open this JSON file here itself. You can see this is end to end the respective file, which can be used to create graph on some other subscription. Okay. So let's say you want to create a graph in your subscription. Let's say you have a JSON file. Then I can just click on this option of upload, and then I can choose the same JSON file that I have downloaded, and I will get this dashboard. Okay. So it's that easy when it comes to creating dashboard. However, the limitation is that there is no filter or real-time query that can be added. And that's the biggest challenge when it comes to dashboard. And that's the reason why there is one specific category of data visualization which is available through workbooks. Now, these are interactive dashboards. Okay, so let's say here, if I go to log analytics workspace again, and then just choose my workspace, and here if I go and click on workbook, you see so many options are coming here already. And let's say if I click on any one of these, let me choose the one wherein we can get some information, let's say usage itself. Okay. Now what you see here, there are so many different tabs. I can pick and choose options. So this is called interactive dashboard here, wherein this one that we have created by default, the upper limit is these set of options and some very limited filters. And these filters are actually powered by the set of queries which are available over here. Okay. So fundamentally, you can use this dashboard section to create some basic dashboard or data visualization. However, if you need complex workbooks like this, wherein there has to be multiple options, then you have to go ahead and create workbook. And that's exactly what we are going to cover in our next video. So fundamentally, this is how you can create dashboards in, let's say, less than 5 minutes. And then let's now talk about the more complex concept, which is workbooks. So if you think that this channel is helping you to learn anything new, please feel free to subscribe and share this video with your technical community. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.